What's going on, guys? Today we're talking about some of the best budget options you need to add to your gaming or streaming setup. And yes, I said need, not want. And the difference between some of the needs as opposed to the wants when it comes to stuff for your setup is that the needs are the things that are essential to a gaming or streaming setup, things that make your life way easier than they were before you had them. The wants are typically things that are flashier, upgraded version of the things that you need that you don't really need. It's just you want it because it's cool. But we're not focusing on any of those things today. Some of these things, in my opinion, are flashy in their own right and pretty cool. So stick around. I'm gonna go through some things that I'm going to be adding to my setup here soon. Do some research on it, things that I need to add to my setup, some budget items still, because I don't want to spend a lot of money. So I figured if those things that I should add to my setup, then maybe you should add to yours. And I'll be showing you guys some things I already have that really enhance my setup and make my life just way easier. The first thing I want to talk about is what you're seeing behind me right now, and those are Govee light strips. And really what I want to talk about is not really specifically these light strips, which these are great and I have mentioned them in videos in the past, but really I want to talk about Govee products overall. And for the record, this isn't sponsored, none of this was sent to me. I bought all my Govee products with my own money, and everything I'm going to say is purely my own opinion. But it's no secret that RGB in the world of gaming and streaming is wildly popular, and I might even say a little overused. But let's not pretend it doesn't get views. And in the world of RGB, there are really just hundreds, if not thousands, of options out there of people who sell them, and some more pricey than others. And when it comes to your RGB products, you want to be certain that you're getting something that's also a quality. If you're looking just for the cheapest thing out there, it probably won't last long, it might break pretty easily. But rest assured, if you're going with Govee, in my opinion, quality-wise, they're competing with some of the best out there, like Philips Hue, which Philips Hue are known for their pretty hefty prices, and Govee matches their quality, all the while saving your bank account. Now, Govee does have some more expensive items, but of course those items offer more features, and they're considered their more premium items. So in case you guys are in the market for something other than or in addition to their RGB strip lights, I can leave some options down below for you guys. But if you are in the market for a premium item at not a high cost that offers you a good amount of features within this RGB realm, these strip lights right here are exactly what you need. And on to the next item that you need for your stream, and this one I feel like is a big need that is way overlooked by a lot of people, and that is a light. I also have one there. If you were to tune into one of my streams, then this image right here is pretty much what you would see. This is my main face cam angle, and I'm lit by the light that I just showed you. And since I'm super extra when it comes to anything video related, technology related, I add a second light. 100% not necessary at all, but as a former full-time videographer, I already had these professional lights, and these are a little over budget for what we are talking about today. So I did a little bit of digging just for you, and I think I found some pretty good lights that will do just fine. And just so you guys can see what it would look like if I had not had these lights at all and would just let my monitor light me, which is what a lot of people do. They just say, oh, there's light coming on my monitor when I stream, that's good enough, people can kind of see my face, so what does it matter? And let me just show you what it would look like if I turn these lights off. As you can see, not too great, but this is the kind of image that you would get from people who put money into things that they want and they don't need, because they don't view a light, which is super boring to have because it just sits there, as something fun that they want to spend money on. They'd rather spend their money on a $500 to $600 Go XLR. The reason this is so important is because, especially when it comes to streaming, it's a personal thing. Engagement with your audience is so important, and if they can barely even see you and make out your face, not make out with your face, make out to see your face, then it's hard for them to really build that connection with you. Please just trust me on this. Having some sort of key light is what we'll call it, is important. So check the description. All these links to what I'm talking about are down there. Go get one. Now, let's talk about the third thing you should get, and this one might get a few weird looks, but just hear me out. I'll be right back. This right here is a phone clamp, and it's actually pretty tough to move, and I think it can hold way more than just a phone. However, it's only meant for a phone. And the reason I feel like this is so important is because more and more you're seeing people go live on TikTok while they're live on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook or wherever they're streaming. And having one of these really enables you to set up your phone in pretty much any position, any place that you want it to be without being in your way on your desk. I used to set up my phone on a little stand I had right in my desk, like right over here. And it was always in my way, and it was also in my shot, and I didn't want it just to show my monitor so people would see it on TikTok and see kind of the gameplay, but it was just showing that I was live somewhere else. If they want to get the full experience, then, well, come to my YouTube channel. But once I bought this, I was able to set it up pretty much wherever I wanted to. I could just lift it up like that, put it on my desk, tighten it, and then have it showing on my other monitor that's capturing my gameplay through Streamlabs OBS. It's not in my way trying to capture my main monitor, or if I wanted to just show me, so it kind of still gives a glimpse to what's going on. Then I can have it set up in a way where it's still out of the way, but showing me whatever I want to do. It offers a lot of flexibility, and it's actually proved very useful to me so far because it allows so many variations when it comes to setting up my phone wherever I want in my setup. So if you're someone who likes to go live on TikTok while live on whatever platform you're streaming to, which I highly recommend because it is a great way to expand your brand and get more eyeballs on your content, then I really suggest getting one of these clamps. But there may be one reason that you don't want to use this to stream to TikTok while you're streaming to somewhere else, and that is because your phone might be your main webcam. My phone is my main webcam. Yes, that's what I said, and it's actually a very good option, and in most cases, your phone's probably better than any webcam you would buy in the market right now. And lucky for you, I just recently did a video on my channel about how you can turn your phone using one of these into your webcam. So basically you're getting webcam for free because you already own your phone, and there's ways you can manipulate it also for free to look like a professional camera, what I'm filming on right now. So right now there should be a link above my head to take you to that video if you so desire. So there's a few different uses you can have for this, or if you're filming YouTube Shorts or TikTok straight from your phone and you need to set it somewhere and not have your hands on your camera, then this is a great way to position your phone in any way you want. So there's just a lot of ways you can use this, and I think you would use it more than you actually think that you would. So link in the description, like I've been saying, go check it out. All right, we're gonna knock out these last two items vlog style because I need to show you guys firsthand what I'm talking about. And these are two items that, well, I own, but I want to kind of upgrade. So I'm not talking about what I talked about at the beginning of this video where it's an expensive version of a budget item I already had. It's almost like a budget upgrade to an even more budget item, if that makes sense. So the first thing I feel I need to upgrade is my foot switch. Now I've talked about this in a video in the past, and this foot switch, foot pedal, whatever you want to call it, has been amazing for me. It's a singular foot switch, so it's just one pedal that I push down. And this is basically for my push to talk. So that way, when I'm playing with my friends in game or in Discord, I don't need to keep manually muting and unmuting my mic through a headset that I have a mic that you can flip down and then flip back up in order to unmute and mute yourself. Or I don't need to have a hotkey on my keyboard to keep reaching and pressing in game while playing. And really just takes all the hassle out of worrying about talking to my chat and then not having my friends hear me in game, because that would just get super annoying. And basically all I did is in game or in Discord, you can set a hotkey on your keyboard that is your push to talk, and then you can map that to your foot pedal, and voila, you can now just use your foot to open up your mic to talk to your teammates, and when you let go, you're free to talk to your chat as much as you want. So that's what I currently have. But recently, I had someone tell me that they had a 3-way foot pedal. So basically they had their push to talk on it. They had one map to save clips for them. And there was a third use for it that I don't quite remember. But either way, that sounds like a great idea and something that I really want, because that's a quick and easy way to save clips while on the fly. A lot of times when you're gaming, especially me being on controller, I don't want to take my hands off my controller in the middle of a fight, or if I have to kind of keep moving or whatever, to press a button to save a clip, and then maybe I die because of it, or whatever it may be. So by having a dual or triple switch setup, I'm able to have one of them mapped to a hotkey that saves my clips for me. So that way I'm able to save them without any worry or hassle of taking my hands off my controller or taking myself away from the gameplay just to take time to save the clip and then get right back into it. I just click the foot pedal while I'm already still playing and it's saved. And then like I said, I still have one mapped to my in-game mic and the third's free to do whatever you want. Or if you think you're someone who just needs 2 and not 3, then that's fine. I have options both down below. All right, here we go. Last leg of the race. This is the last thing that I want to talk about, and it involves something that has to do with this right here, which holds my streaming camera. This right here is a very small and cheap Manfrotto tripod. It came in a kit that I got a while ago. It's really worth nothing, even though Manfrotto is technically a good company, but this is just one of their cheaper items that they kind of just throw in packages, and it doesn't last too long. And right now, as you can see, it kind of falls back and forth back here because I have it mounted, or not mounted, I have it sitting propped up on my desk with the front 2 legs, and the third one kind of sits gently on the molding down there. And when my camera sits on it, it sits forward in a way to where the lens of the camera rests on this, because this knob no longer supports the weight of my camera. It's just kind of in a bad shape right now. So I need something that can hold my camera and do it in a way to where I don't need all these 3 legs sitting on my desk and one sitting under my desk. You can see it comes all the way down right there, and it's just a nightmare, really just totally unnecessary. So in comes the Elgato Master Mount. This is something that you can mount straight on your desk. It will support the weight of your camera. There's even different attachments you can get to add onto this mount to customize your setup in whatever way you desire. And it's made by Elgato, so you know it's a good product. And surprisingly, it's still under our budget of $50, even though it's from Elgato. So props to them for making a product under 50 bucks. Never thought I'd see that. So that pretty much concludes my list of things that I think you need for your setup. Hello. Oh, hello. A lot of times I feel like people just get caught up in the magic and the feel goods of streaming. And some of those feel goods come with buying new streaming equipment for your stream, because those are things that you can control. And a lot of times people need that sense of control when it comes to their stream. You can't control how many people come watch your channel. You can't control how many views you get per post. But what you can control is how cool your background looks while you're streaming, how cool your desk setup is. But this is a very dangerous mindset, because 9 times out of 10, streamers quit. Small streamers aren't seeing the growth that they want to see. All the bells and whistles they've added to their stream aren't bringing in their viewers. And at the end of the day, all that cool new equipment just ends up being dead money. This is especially for the people who are just starting out and really don't have much of a budget at all to dress up their setup in whatever way they wish and make the dream magical gaming setup. So my goal for this video is to really help those people who are on that stricter budget. And although you might not be able to buy all these things at once, even though they might be under $50, because obviously it adds up, be patient with the process, just like you can be patient with your viewers, your growth on your channel, your growth in your stream. You need to be patient with your own setup. I can promise you a lot of these things have gone a long way in my stream in helping me grow. Not all of them, but some of them, as I showed you, really have made my life easier, and some of the ones I'm looking to get, I feel like will do the same. So if you guys found this video helpful, please hit that like button, because it actually does make a difference. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my live stream right here on YouTube Gaming, link in the description, with all the items that I have mentioned today. And if you're interested in some of the other items that you may have peeped at during this video, then I have a kit link to everything that I own in the setup down below. And past that, that's all I have for this one. I'll catch you next one.